Welcome to Handmade Talks, the video interview series where we get to know the people that have been important to Handmade by Friendship Bridge on a deeper level. Today we have with us Emily Betzler. Emily is the owner of Bought Beautifully, a global marketplace where every purchase creates a life-changing opportunity. Bought Beautifully sells products online and also in their Sheridan, Wyoming flagship store, and they have been a longtime wholesale buyer of Handmade by Friendship Bridge. So that's why we have Emily here with us today. So welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. It's such an honor to get to be here and share with you all.
Yes, I've seen so much of what you post online, and I love your store's videos and products. So it's great to, well, we're not in person in the same room, but it's great to talk to you one-on-one.
Absolutely. Yeah, same for us. I mean, we just adore Friendship Bridge and are thrilled anytime we get to connect deeper and be a part of the work you're doing because it's very inspiring.
Thank you. All right. Well, I want to start by asking, can you tell me more about how you made the decision to open a retail store with a cause behind each item you sell?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you like the short, long version, somewhere in between version. But so Bought Beautifully is actually about to turn 10 years. So this October will be 10. And to be honest, it is a journey. It has looked nothing like what we thought it would look like 10 years ago. But the long story short is, we had always thought we would live and work abroad and do something. I studied anthropology and really wanted to work on like women's rights and empowerment. But as life does, our life took a very different direction and we ended up in Sheridan, Wyoming. So we are based in a small town in pretty rural Wyoming. And this was where we felt called to be, like this was home. And so as we were here, we kind of then moved towards like the American dream. We both got great jobs. We had our first house, but a part of our hearts always felt a little bit unsettled. And then we had an opportunity to go to Africa and visit my brother-in-law who was in the Peace Corps. And so we went to the Gambia, which is West Africa, one of the smallest and poorest countries in the world. And it was just one of those like life-changing moments really where we just remembered our eyes were open again to the fact that so many people's realities are so different than ours simply because of where they're reborn. They were just born in this cultural context, and that limits so much of their opportunities and resources. And we just were reinvigorated with a need to, or a desire to use what we've been given in a way to give back. And some of our conversations there just really led us to realize like there is so much we can do from the United States to support good work that's going on around the globe. So when we came home, we really started praying about what to do. And we felt it was first a personal conviction that, we are so blessed in the fact that we have disposable income and can buy things. And so we sort of just committed to using our purchases to buy thoughtful products that like made a difference and to give gifts that made a difference. And I just kept coming across amazing organizations like Friendship Bridge. Like we have 47 partners, like our partners that were like, it was so exciting. I kept telling my husband, like, this is so cool. I think more people would want to shop like this if they had the opportunity and if it was easy, because that was Facebook. I mean, Instagram, they were around, but not what it is today. The web wasn't what it was today. It took a lot of looking to find things. And we just felt really called, like, I think this is what we're supposed to do. And so at that point, Bought Beautifully was born. We always thought we would be an online website platform, but how things work out, we've just found that customers really respond to our products when they see them in person. So we have a brick and mortar store, and maybe I'll pop out in the front and show you here in Sheridan, Wyoming, which is wonderful. And it's sort of the hub and base of our operations. And we do pop-ups throughout sort of the Mountain West. And then we have an online website as well. So yeah, and so what we do is we partner with, we like to say that we curate a selection of the world's most impactful products. So we really search the globe to try and find the people who are making the biggest difference and bring their products together so that consumers can use their purchase in a way that really changes or transforms lives.
Nice.
That was kind of long-winded, sorry.
No, that was lovely. Thank you so much. How did you first hear about Handmade by Friendship Bridge?
So we had actually been working with Maya, who was one of your past employees, on a previous business that she was involved in, Quetzali. So we had met her through I don't exactly remember how we originally met her, but we've been working for her for a year or two. And she said, "Hey, I've just met this new organization. I'm going to be working with them, and I think you would love to know more about them." And so, as soon as we found your website, read about what you did, we were like, yes, this is exactly the type of work that we want to be a part of and support. And so I think that was 8 years ago, 7 to 8 years. So we've been partners for a really long time. And it's just been a great honor to get to advocate for the artisans there.
Yeah. I know that you have traveled to Guatemala and have actually met some of our artisans. Can
Yeah.
you tell me more about your visit and how you interacted with our artisans while you were there?
Absolutely. I brought some pictures to show everyone because I want to be a huge promoter and encourager of taking one of these trips with Friendship Bridge. Ours was a little bit separate from their typical, I think they're called circled
Insight
trips. So
trips. Yeah, insight trips. Uh-huh.
but we merged our trip. We actually got to spend 5 full weeks in Guatemala working with Friendship Bridge, and then we have another partner there. So ours was a merging of both of those, but it was amazing. So we got to meet all the artisans in person. We got to go to a fair where they were showing their products and get to look at everything they were making. We got to spend time with them. We got to work. One of the things that was unique to what we did, but we worked on product development with them. So we got to design a lot of products. I'm wearing one of the fruits of one of our labors today. What we got to design these hand in hand with the artisans there. And then place bigger orders. So for us, it was really special to be like, oh, we love this. Could you make this turquoise? Because that we think our customers would really respond to. So it was just a really special time of hand in hand collaboration to create some really beautiful products.
Oh, that's nice.
We had yes, yeah. So we just had the opportunity to spend time with them. One of the artisans invited us to her home. So we got to go see her home and get to know them. We got to meet a few of their families. Just having been there, we were there for 5 weeks. So we did just get to kind of keep connecting with the artisans through that time.
Kind of in line with that, is there a specific artisan that really made an impact with you? And could you share more about that woman?
I mean, honestly, I love them all. I did pick these pictures specifically because these were all women who I really either just connected with or loved. So Miriam was really fun because she was just a master like beater. We could show her any idea and she'd be like, yeah, I can do that. And she would like just whip it up on the spot. So it was really fun to see her at work. Um, Antonia she was just so kind. And she was a master weaver. So hearing and seeing what she was creating was really, really special. Martha was just gorgeous. I mean, her whole style, she was so beautiful. And she had these very, very unique products. These actually, I should go grab them. I have them. I can show beautiful, so unique belts. And so we got to work with her to create some of these belts, and they're still one of my most favorite items we have. And she was just a joy, vibrant, and just really fun to see her using a traditional technique, but in a kind of a new way. I loved seeing that like new take on tradition. And this was Lydia. We spent a lot of time with Lydia. She was another beater, and we got to meet her daughter, and that was really special. It was just we also got to have a lunch with them, and all of them shared bits of their stories. And I think for all of us, again, we talk about just the ability of where you're born plays such a role in the access you have, the opportunities you have, and seeing and hearing what so many of these women had overcome was, I mean, convicting and hard because their realities are so different than ours, but inspiring and encouraging. And, I mean, they've all really overcome a lot. They have worked so hard, and to see what they're creating and what they're doing is just such an honor to get to be a part of their stories, And so I think just that whole time of being together was just such a special connection. So I think, connecting with each one individually, but also then just that bigger picture of feeling like this is so powerful. The work you guys are doing there with the education, the support, the loans, and seeing the beauty that they're creating. I mean, so much of their beauty is come from hardship, and it's just amazing that they have overcome, persevered, continued on. And so, yeah, I think it was just all of those pieces combined that made a really special experience.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what is one of your favorite pieces of Handmade by Friendship Bridge that you carry at Bought Beautifully currently that you could?
Yes. Yeah, so these were one of those earrings that we designed with Lydia. And they were our best sellers last year. We reordered them. They've been flying off the shelves this year. We felt like they were a fun blend because Wyoming's not nearly as colorful as Guatemala. So lots of times I'm like, I love them, but I'm not sure, how it's going to do. And this was a fun blend where I was like, yeah, I think this is the right amount of color. So it felt like a really neat merging of Guatemala um, and Wyoming. So these are one of my favorites, and they're such a great price point, very accessible for everyone. And then if you give me a second, I will go grab, is that going to mess the filming,
Oh,
the belts that Martha made? Because
that's
they are
fine. Yeah.
stunning. Okay, let me go grab them to show. Or do you want to go in the shop and see the shop?
Let's go in the shop.
Okay.
Yeah, can you
I'll
carry it?
just take you in there. Yeah.
That would be great.
Um,
Get to see the
yeah,
behind the scenes of your
you
store
do.
here.
Yeah, so this is our back end where we do shipping and fulfillment. So we have online website shipping and fulfillment over here, all our back end storage. And then when you come out front, this is sort of our back library room telling about our work. And then the front door's up front, so you can enter the other
Oh, it's
direction.
beautiful.
Our shop. Thank you. Yes, we have some customers.
Yeah.
So, hi guys, we're just doing a live call with a partner from Guatemala. But I was going to show. Okay, so here are these are the belts that Martha made, and they are just stunning. So they really incorporate, the Guatemalan colors, but they're a fun fit that you wrap around. You can use them in a lot of different ways. But really the perfect accent if you have a cute black dress that you need a little style to. These products, I just feel like, I feel like they're really undervalued. I think they're a great price for what they are. And to have a one of a kind piece that you can add to an outfit and know who made it and know the story behind it, I just think is so
All
special.
handmade. Yeah. Yeah. Handmade
Handmade.
kind. Yeah.
Yes, and we have
Thank
one.
you.
I was just gonna see if the shirts we had. Those are one of my other favorites. As we go back there, I'll show you the shirts that you might know how to pronounce this better than I. The Huilpil. Upil?
We peel.
Yeah, the same ones that you have in the back. We
Yeah.
worked with them on a few of those, but put them on a black base so that we could try and kind of again, merge that Guatemalan, but we're not quite as bright and bold here. And so kind of to merge the two cultures. And that shirt is one of my favorites and one of my most complimented. Any time I wear mine, I get multiple compliments on it.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually a nice compliment. You have a lot of neutrals in your store, and I think that's so beautiful too. But I think that little pop of color here and there is it's a great compliment.
Yes. Yeah. We're moving for a while. We felt like we needed to try and tone down and match, American, not a, it is a blend for sure, but then
Current
lately we've been
trends and
like,
yeah.
you know what? We are who we are, and we are a celebration of global cultures. Like, bring on the color, bring on so we've definitely been moving more back to our original roots of like this, everything should not be tan and brown. We need more color in our lives. So, yes,
Uh,
but.
Tell me what other countries you have visited in search of products for Bought Beautifully.
Yeah, so we've been really fortunate to visit many of our partners. So we have 5 partners in Haiti, which we got to go see them. Our trip to Guatemala was actually both a professional and a personal dream of our family. And so we had taken 8 months off to go see partners and travel with our kids. Part of living in a small town, Wyoming, is often it's pretty homogeneous and you just don't get a lot of diversity and experience. And so that was something that was important to our family. So we had the chance to go to Guatemala, Honduras, Bolivia, Ecuador, and then we actually were supposed to go to Rwanda and that didn't happen. Some things fell through with that. So we got to see all our partners there. And then we've also been to Costa Rica and Peru and Nicaragua.
Oh.
So yes, yeah.
So last question, what is your hope for the future of Bought Beautifully?
That's a great question. And that's one that's been sort of on the forefront of our mind right now as we're turning 10. We have some exciting things that we're doing as we turn 10 to sort of lay a foundation for this next decade for us. And I think some of our hopes are really to really to make that connection piece stronger, because that is one of the things that set us apart. Like you can come into our store and while we maybe can't pin down every single earring to the exact person, we can pin down every item to the place it came from, and more than likely the person who made it. In most cases, we can let you know exactly who made it. And so we really want to work on making that more apparent, figuring out ways to really more deeply connect our customer to the maker, to connect these stories. So we're hoping to do that through just a lot of different in-store things, but also more travel opportunity where we're inviting customers to join us on trips. And we're hoping to expand our store. As much as everyone was like, online's where it at, and online growth is everything. We're really finding that both, as we're a nonprofit as well, and both our mission is to create transformational opportunities across the globe, but also within our customer base. And we're finding that having a shop is just such a really cool opportunity to have conversations and dialogue and education. So we're hoping to open up a few more stores and really focus on that piece of, because for a lot of people, coming into our shop might be the only interaction they have with a Guatemalan weaver. And even if they don't get to meet them in person, how can we help them connect deeper? Or, so really just going deeper in our storytelling and going deeper in helping really people see like, we are so connected. It is your purchase that is fueling this type of opportunity for these women. And it matters, and as American, I think specifically American women, we have so much power in how we spend our money. We really do have the ability to create the type of world we want to see if we're thoughtful, consumers with that. And so really helping people just make those connections and realize like every purchase, and it doesn't mean you have to get it perfect, but every purchase matters. Every time you buy a pair of earrings, like our artisans do know, like they have appreciated the orders and it has allowed them to care for their families and move
Keep their
forward.
kids in school.
Yeah,
Some children in Guatemala still have to drop out to help the family. So you purchase from Bought Beautifully, you purchase from Handmade, literally keeping Guatemalan children in school.
exactly. So yeah, we just really want to dive deeper on that storytelling. I'm sure you guys can relate. Like in the beginning, it just felt like, everything feels like kind of you have to hurry and you're not going to make it and you have to hustle. And it's nice to feel 10 now and feel like, you know what, I think we can really slow down now. And we have a base of customers who love us, and we can really try to go a little deeper with stories and go deeper on things that we haven't been able to do in the past. So yeah, so we're excited. Our hope is just for growth in both deep connections with our customers and our partners, and just to continue to, impact our partners on a deeper level. So I think one of our hopes too is to continue to be like, okay, what do you guys want next? You've been beading forever. Are you ready to learn a new beading technique? How can we play that role? How can we just be involved in that next step of development for our artisans too?
Ah. Well, if you are in the Sheridan, Wyoming area, please stop by and visit Bought Beautifully, the flagship store. And it's boughtbeautifully.org. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep.
And check out online boughtbeautifully.org for all their products. And you can shop by specific cause, little drop-down menu. So
yes, and if you type in Friendship Bridge, you'll be able to see all the Friendship Bridge products, and a lot of them we did custom make so that aren't on your website, and then some that are, but you might see some new ones too.
yeah. Well, Emily, this has been a joy. Thank you so much for sharing with us today and taking us into the store and sharing a bit of your heart behind your business. We appreciate it very much.
Well, yes, and thank you guys so much for the work you do. Again, just to encourage your customers, if you have not been to Guatemala or have not gone on an insight trip, having been there, it's so inspiring. Friendship Bridge is doing an incredible amount of work serving, the entire country of Guatemala on very deep levels. The education they're offering would not be available without them. The support they're offering the women is changing lives. So it's worthy of your guys' time and energy and support for sure.
Well, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.